Have you ever been told that you should keep your head down in golf? I was out on the golf course earlier today with 3 friends, and Liz asked me how can I hit a better pitch shot, as it's costing me 6 or 7 shots and I don't seem to be able to get on the green or stay on the green. Well, golfers, I'm going to share with you today that keeping your head down in golf, especially when hitting short iron shots, is a load of bunkum. Let's demystify the myth about keeping your head down and stop telling your friends to keep their head down when you play golf with them. I'm a big believer in golf that you only give advice out on the golf course if someone asks you for it. So let's explore together how to hit a better short pitch shot with some spin and make what you do more permanent so that you can lower your scores. So on the backswing, what we want to do is feel like the club head goes wide and you stay centered, and then you're going to feel like you're moving more that way. Your head and everything's moving forward. As your club, you're going to thump the ground in the area under the ball. So you've got to get some trust and some conviction. And as I do it, I'm keeping the handle in front of me and I'm keeping my right hand under the grip. And I would say that you would want to rehearse that 2-3 times and then decide on a landing area and practice like this. So I would be confirming that's my best setup. Then I'd be getting the backstroke in the right area where it feels wide and I've done very little with my hands and wrists. Then I'm going to feel like I'm moving forward and on my chest a little bit down. And then literally feeling like I am, as my hands kind of come in front of my right thigh, that I'm turning my right pocket towards the target and kind of feeling like I'm getting tall. So I'm doing more of the look through. So I'm going to keep my eyes there and then feel like I'm turning and looking through rather than this. See how I didn't turn? And that's what Liz was doing on the course earlier today. But within 10 minutes, she had a better idea of what she needed to apply. And you're going to see in this video the differences. If you follow these steps in this video, we could set a precedent and change the myth about applying keeping your head down in golf. What if we were to say we're going to keep our attention in the same place after we've made a plan with intent and practice what I've gone over in the video, from the setup to what it's going to feel to move the club back, how I'm going to feel in my balance and my pressure as I squish the grape under my left foot, and then feeling like I turn through, thumping the ground, getting the low point in the area I want, and seeing the ball go up in the air as I move the club down and around. That's going to be game changing for so many of you. Wide, descend, feel like I'm keeping my nose over the toes of my left shoe, comfortably accelerate, low point, turn through, look through. And can you see that I'm getting taller rather than this? Earlier today with Liz, we created some magic for her by her starting to understand the objective of the club delivery, and steeper is going to be far better for her in her delivery of the club rather than scooping. So a steeper 6-7 degrees down in our angle of attack. And also there was some magic in the turn through drill with a more braced or steady right knee. So many golfers I see having difficulty with pitching bunkers, hitting high shots because their right knee is bending a lot in an effort to elevate the golf ball. You've got to learn to trust in the swing arc and moving the club from back to forward or right, left, and have enough backswing and trust that you can then manage the speed into and out of the bottom of the swing. So for Liz, what we did was we made sure that she started to understand that she was going to be using her upper body with her hands and arms rotating around her front leg or left leg, and she didn't need to try and do this move like this. So the magic in the right leg would be that I might imagine that on your left shoe, on the front of your left shoe or the ball of your foot, that you're squishing a bug or that you crushed a grape, and that you're going to keep your weight more on the front of your foot, the ball of your foot, and on your toes, and just do some practice swings where you feel like you can get that tempo of 1, 2, hold. And you can see how I rotated through and do more of the look through drill. So on the backswing, it's going to look more like that. And unfortunately, the other part that Liz wasn't aware of, that she was taking the club back like this. So fundamentally, the club face was left, and in the downswing, she was trying to open it. Golfers, you will always react to where the club face is. So ideally, we were going more like that, and then feeling like squished the grape. The club's accelerating, got some speed through the bottom, and we're keeping the club face up to the sky. And I've done the look through. Golfers, I hope you really start to understand that keeping your head down in golf, especially in pitching and iron play, is a load of bunkum. And if I was to say that you would need to learn to have more quiet eyes and build in these mechanics that I shared here today with a clear intent, I believe you can shave off 6, 8 shots as an amateur golfer. Learn to pitch onto the green more successfully by following the steps in this video. Point the butt of the club more up to your chin, not to your waistband. Feel like your hands are very quiet or dead and more an extension of your forearms going back. And then I want you to imagine that you're going to keep your eyes quiet as you start to feel like your hands get back in front of your right leg, and then turn your torso, your chest, and your left side through, keeping your right hand under the grip. And there's going to be a lot of magic in doing very little with your right leg. So I'm going to feel like I keep my right leg extended and braced. So it's going to feel like it's like this. Golfers, I have never told myself to keep my head down, and I've played to a very high standard as an amateur and as a tour player for many years. Watch what I do with my head and how I turn through and stand up through the pitch shot. I've got this pathway that I'm hitting down, which is no more than 2 club lengths wide. For so many of you, improving your short shots will greatly improve the likelihood that you will lower your scores. I guarantee you will get better if you follow these steps in this video. If you like what I shared in this video, Please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I would love it if I would get you to subscribe to my channel. I'm passionate about helping golfers gain the joy that I have over my golf career from when I was an amateur golfer, playing for my country, and then playing on tour. See you next week. Thanks for watching.